Click-clack sounds of windows break. Home intruders ran out through here. Broken piggy banks, not just once, but almost 5 times. Coming home from school, my house looked like a crime. Signs all around that someone wasn't welcome had been in our house, so me and my brother stayed quiet as a mouse. Went straight for the drawer, pulled out kitchen knives, not just 1 but 4, 2 for him and 2 for me. Not that we used them, it was for our safety. Searched the house, thank G-O-D. It was no one inside, because if there was, who knew? We could have easily have LOST our lives, but my home looked as if a natural disaster blew and rained past her. I turned into a rain cloud, a gray cloudy day. The first time I performed, I don't know, I just let loose. I pretty much became the poem. Like I became the moment that I wrote about. I would say around like 6, maybe 7 years old. We would get home and the door would be like wide open, and we would like walk into our living room and the couch would be flipped over, like drawers would be all open. The first time that me and my brother got to the house where it was actually broken into, my mom wasn't with us because she was at work. We called our grandma first because our grandma lived down the street, and she got there with us, and we all called 911 together, and then we called my mom. My mom drove from Ann Arbor to Detroit before the police got to the house. Mama came as soon as she could. Her job was in Ann Arbor, in other words, very far away from the hood. Still being DPD, yes, meaning Detroit Police. I was only 5 years old when I first saw the world as wrong, like knowing those aren't the right lyrics to a song, but lyrics of despair, in other words, fear. Pinned to the paper, I knew the correct lyrics would come later, but at that very moment, I never felt such sadness. Bedroom doors broke, glass and foot patterns. I was so mad at them. By them meaning whoever did this. It was people all around, but there was no eyewitness. I was 8 when I moved to Ann Arbor. I wouldn't say it was a hard transition. I would just say it was different. I just got culture shock, and I was the only Black girl in my 4th grade class. I told myself that doing your homework, listening to teachers, studying was my way out of poverty, and education was something that couldn't be taken away from me. So I found about girls group from my friend Sophia. Every Thursday she'd be like, yeah, like I'm about to go to this group, and she's like, it's so much fun, you should come. And so like I went and I met Kia, and she gave me a nice warm hug. Going to girls group was like the first time where I actually was introduced to the term mentor. I wasn't sure exactly what it was. Like they would just say like, oh, we're your mentors. Once I learned like what a mentor was, I'm like, oh, mentors is kind of cool. It's like an adult friend that like guides you in the right path. So just meeting Kia and having a connection with Kia, she's helped me a lot. Definitely with school and advice, and I wouldn't trade her for the world.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, your total is gonna be $285.
11th grade. I remember we were all sitting at the lunch table and they're like, Dea, when you gonna get a job? Like, you need a job. And I'm like, you're right, I do need a job. And I asked my best friend where she worked, and she was working at the Tim Hortons. So just seeing them all have like their own money and not having to ask their parents motivated me to get a job. Overall, it was like a great experience, and it taught me like how to work with different people and different personalities. I was in San Francisco, California for Brave New Voices, which is an international poetry slam. I feel very inspired and creative. Like I'm here for it. it makes me want to keep going, keep writing. The girls group gave me like the platform to perform my poetry at a lot of their events, which has helped me with like my performance styles. And then also they recorded a video that I could put up on my YouTube page so I could get views and more exposure. So girls group has helped a lot in those areas of my poetry. I never cried so hard in my life. Ask God, why did this happen to us? We didn't have much, but what we had was earned. A single mother that always stayed strong, loved my family. That was the only thing that didn't feel wrong. They didn't add hell to the storm or a melody to my sad song. They felt so nice, so warm. Mute the music, tears all gone. Girls Group paid for me to go on the NAACP's annual HBCU college tour, and our first stop was Tennessee State University. So I've completely fell in love with the campus, and without Girls Group I wouldn't even have learned about it or would have went there and actually saw it with my own eyes. For the college prep, we could just text Amber and she would reply back like, oh, I'll get you contacted with this, or oh, we can meet up. She helped me with scholarships, because that was the big thing for me, is just making sure I had enough money to go out to school, or just even to go to school in general. So she helped me a lot with finding scholarships, and they would check in like, okay, this deadline is coming up, like how far along are you with the scholarships? So just really keeping us on track.
This was my table for my son when he graduated.
It was all him, and my stepdad was like, well, we see which child you like the best, because it was pictures of all him. But now it's my turn, so. I feel proud when I look at it to see like all of my accomplishments and everything that I did during high school. But it also is like getting real, because it's like, oh snap, like I'm on the table, like I'm getting old.
It's hard, it's stressful. Just trying to think of everything beforehand so she'll be comfortable. She's relied on me the whole time, and now she'll have to start thinking about making decisions on her own. So it's a little stressful, but I think she'll do well. Yeah, we're going to Nashville, Tennessee, to Tennessee State University. So about 8 hours, I guess. Yeah.
I was like, she's gonna leave without me saying bye. But I made it. I was so tired, but you were worth it. You were worth it. Aww. Oh, for real. Oh, she's so sweet.
She ain't even seen it yet. Oh, okay. That's what I was telling you.
As an aspiring civil rights attorney, I'm majoring in criminal justice. I always say that I want a career, not just a job. I don't want to go to work every day and just feel like a body. Like, I want to feel like my body is filled with life. So I definitely want to do something that is just gonna ultimately just make me happy and make my life worth living.